All right, good morning, all of you.
Good morning, sir.
Okay. Today, this is my plan. We need to complete the previous session. In order to complete that, I have a half of minutes of another meeting. And after that, I have included one of the examination questions, right? So I have an idea to give you as an activity, in-class activity, right? I will give you some time. Let's see how well you can answer the question. Because at the examination, you have to answer it alone, right? This will be a kind of practice for you to answer the question at the examination, right? This is my plan. After that, if time permits, we will start the new lesson, right? Regarding the new lesson, that is describing graphs and charts, I think Shantasa started it. So I will continue with that from that point, right? So this is my plan for this week and next week, right? We will turn to today's work. Look at my screen share. Right, this is what we discussed last week. Last week we started with this model minutes. We have to wait for some time till the things appear. Right. Last week we started with these minutes. Actually, minutes of one of our meetings, meeting of the English department. And after that, we discuss an activity. And also we discuss a grammar lesson, subjunctives. That is what we did last week. And today, we have to continue from that point here. Another model minutes, some other model minutes. Actually, here I have given you only half, not the complete one, because I wanted to give you the format. Because the activity we are going to do is very much similar to this. Very much similar to this. You can use this as a model when doing the activity, right? That is the purpose of discussing this today, right? Let's see. First, we have this first sentence. I have already told you, when you write the first sentence, it should include the meeting number of the organization, date of the meeting, time of the meeting, and place of the meetings. You have to include 5 things, right? Look at it. So you can actually remember how it is given in one sentence. Minutes of the 6th meeting number 6 of the UDG Implementation Committee. That is the name of the organization. UDG means University Development Grants. I will explain this a little because then only you can understand the minutes. University Development Grants means this is a World Bank project, right? This World Bank project implemented this program to give some grants, money for the development of Sri Lankan universities, right? We also got one, right? So actually this is one of the minutes of one of the committee meetings. We appointed a committee, right, to work there. Committee met every month, right? Committee members had been assigned different tasks. So they have to report the progress every month, right? From these grants, we were able to train our staff. We were able to get some equipment. We were able to get computers and so on. We used the money got under these grants for the development of the faculty, right? So when we do this, when doing this, we have to keep records. Records are kept in the form of minutes because every month the committee members meet and discuss the progress, what they have done with the money, right? So this is the kind of meeting, right? Name of the organization, UDG Implementation Committee. Held on, let's say 18th March. If you have got a printout, you can just write 18th of March 2012 at 10 a.m. at the senior common room of Faculty of Social Sciences and Humanities, Rajat University of State. Right? Now you have no problem regarding the introductory sentence. It should include meeting number, name of the organization, date, time, and place of the meeting. Right? I think you are thorough with that. Right? Whenever you get it, even at the examination, you should be able to write that. Right? 10 members present. Here, of course, in this meeting, there are 10 members present and 5 members who are excused. Actually, there are only 15 committee members. There are 15 committee members. 10 are present, 5 are absent. Not absent, excused. Right. Now you can see A, B, C, D, E, F, right, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. These are the members. And they have different designations. A is the coordinator, UDG. Right? And you can see K, director. Director is the head. Right? Coordinator has to work under the director. Unfortunately, director is absent for this meeting. Then we have deputy director, procurement. Procurement means purchasing, buying certain things. He has to decide whether to buy. Then deputy director finance. He is the one who handles money. Deputy coordinator, activity 1, 2, 3, etc. There are 4 activities here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? There are coordinators appointment to look into the in charge of each activity. Deputy coordinator activity 2, 4, 1 and 3 are absent. Then there are faculty representatives. There are 6 faculties. So there are 6 representatives from each faculty. Right? Applied sciences, medical and allied sciences, agriculture, and management studies, and so on. Right? Then coordinators are there, director LTS, secretary is there, work superintendent is there. These are the members of this committee. Now 10 members are present, 5 members are absent. Right. After that preliminaries, you already know what you should include under preliminaries. Welcoming, explaining the purpose, plus announcement. Right? Let's see what is given there under preliminaries. You can see the numbers. Numbering also very simple. Meeting number 6, item number 1, agenda item number 1. So the coordinator UDG welcome. You see welcoming all those who were present at the meeting, and stated that the director OTS had excused. Special announcement. Then announcement. Director is absent. The meeting because of an unavoidable commitment. Therefore, this coordinator is in charge. Right. These are announcements. There are 2 announcements. Announcement number 1, he announced that a meeting for improving ICT skill for undergraduate. Meeting, what is the purpose? Improving ICT skills for undergraduates. Organized by PPDU. PPDU is a unit, right, that deals with the implementation of these grants. Would be held. That is an announcement about another meeting. Announcement would be held. Can you see reported speech here? Announced that. Here, that clause is in the reported speech, therefore would be held. Will becomes would when it comes to reported speech. I think you know the fact. Present tense changes into past tense. Past tense changes into past perfect. Present perfect also changes into past perfect. Will changes into would. Can change into could. Right? Shall change it to should, etc. Right? So these are the changes. Would be held on 21st of March 2012, and the deputy coordinator ICT skills. Here, deputy coordinator ICT skills together with the lecturer, with a lecturer from the computer center, would be attending it. So that is the first announcement. Second announcement, he further informed that the previous management assistant secretary, like clerk, Miss Fee, had resigned. The one who was working resigned from the project. Right? UDG is the project. Right? In date. In May. In February, let's say. This is March, in February 2012. Since she has worked under both IRQUE and HETL. These are also World Bank projects, two other World Bank projects. She has worked in these two projects. He suggested that a person be given, that is subjunctive, subject. What are the original words? A person should be given to her. When it comes to subjunctives, should drop it. As a mark of appreciation of her services. Welcoming, and there are two announcements coming under preliminaries. Now, confirmation of minutes. You know what we can include confirmation of minutes under confirmation of minutes? Corrections plus confirmation. If there are corrections, they should be included here. Right? The incorrect version and the corrected version. Both of them should be there. Let's see how it is minuted here. Right? Mr. I, this is I, work superintendent, pointed out that his position should be changed as works superintendent. What is the word given here? This one is correct, the previous one. Right? Previous one. There may be a mistake. And Dr. G, the faculty representative of Faculty of Medical and Allied Sciences. Showed that his name should be included as excused in the previous meeting. He has excused, but his name was not present. Anyway, the excuse as well. According to the Deputy Director of Finance, the length of the presentations and lectures discussed under 5.5 and 5.6 should be corrected as short period. Right? So what is the chat message? Rashmika, I have already sent you these documents. Right? It is not for me neither. Anyone. Rashmika, didn't you receive it?
So my email doesn't work.
Rashmika?
Yes, sir.
What is the problem?
My email doesn't work because of I didn't receive PDF.
Is that the one who had sent me an email changing about this email?
Yes.
Yeah, it is better. I got the opportunity to talk to you. I thought of changing your email address, but the information you have provided, Rashmika, is not enough. You had given me the index number in place of the registration number, I think. Yes, 5840.
Yes, 5840.
Oh, එතකොට ඔයාට මේ ලින්ක් එක හම්බෙන්නත් නැතුව ඇති.
Yes, sir.
ඔව් ඒකට හේතුව වෙන්නේ මට තියෙන තොරතුරු ප්‍රමාණවත් මත ඔයාගේ ඊමේල් එක වෙනස් කරන්න. මට රෙජිස්ට්‍රේෂන් නම්බර් එකයි ගෲප් එකයි ඕනේ. අද මට එවනවාද ඊමේල් එකක් හරි ටෙක්ස්ට් මැසේජ් එකක් හරි ඔයාගේ රෙජිස්ට්‍රේෂන් නම්බර් එකයි ඊමේල් එකයි දාලා ඊළඟ සැරේ මට එවන්න පුළුවන්.
සර් මේ සර්ගේ WhatsApp එක දාන්නද?
WhatsApp එකට දැම්මත් කමන්නේ. නිකන් මේ මගේ මේ ටෙක්ස්ට් මැසේජ් එකක් එවන්න මගේ ෆෝන් නම්බර් එකට ඒක දැම්මත් කමන්නේ.
හරි දාන්න.
ඔකට හරි දාන්න දීලා තියෙන සතුරු ප්‍රමාණය 5840 මගේ ළඟ එහෙම නම්බර් එකක් නැහැ. රෙජිස්ට්‍රේෂන් නම්බර්ස් නේ මගේ ළඟ තියෙන්නේ.
හරි සර්. මම යන්න.
ඒකයි මේ වුනේ. මම නැත්තම් try කරා ඔයාගේ ඊමේල් එක අලුත් කරගන්න මට බැරි වුණා. හරි? right. එතකොට ඊළඟ සැරේ හම්බ වෙයි. මම මේ අලුතෙන් එකක් මම එවන්නම් ඔයාලට. right? okay. I thought that Rashmika, right? I thought that a female student. Right. Anyway, right. Now I have got the opportunity to talk to you, we can do it. Okay, no problem. Right. Okay, right. We will proceed. Right. So third correction, the time period. Now see the correction, how it is confirmed. The minutes of the 5th UGD meeting of the HET project held on date of the meeting were confirmed subject to the above alterations. This is the sentence you can write after talking about the corrections. This is how you can talk about confirmation of minutes. Right? This will be important. This will be useful when you do the activity today. Remember these things. That is why I thought of that I should discuss. Right? Make it in a activity. Right. Then matters arising from minutes 6.3. Now these numbers are the numbers given in previous meetings. Number 5, meeting number 5, meeting number 4. The same matter has been discussed under the same item. Here also 6.3.1, previous one also 3.1, fourth one also 3.1. Usually we give the numbers like that for the convenience of referring back to previous meetings. Right? Discussion of the progress of activity 1. Activity 1. What is the name of the activity? Enhancing ICT skills. Enhancing ICT skills. That is activity 1. Now actually here, the coordinator, the deputy coordinator should report the progress and the future plan. Right? There are how many items? 1, 2, 3. Numbering is, wrong here. If you have got a printout, you can write, right? 3.6.3.1.1. 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. What do you have? Sub numbers 1, 2, 3. 3.6.3.1.1. 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. The deputy director procurement. Mr. L, the deputy coordinator, had excused. You can see, look at the absentees. L is absent, excused. So some other person has to present the progress. Therefore, another person present. Mr. L, the deputy coordinator, had excused the meeting. The coordinator, UDG, in the chair, reported the progress of the meeting. Number 1, procurement of computer. Procurement means buying. Right? Not just buying. There is a long process. Right? Calling for quotation. Taking quotations. Right? Checking them. Right? Then calling awarding bids. ඒවගේ ලොකු process එකක් මෙතන තියෙනවා. ඒකට අපි කියන procurement කියලා. මිලදී ගැනීම නිකම් මිලදී ගන්නව නෙමෙයි. කිසියම් process එකක් අනුසාරයෙන්. There are some steps. Right? Procurement of computers. How many computers? 160 numbers. And 1 number of laptop computers. So make a plan. This is the plan. So let's see the progress. What has he done within this month? Right? From the previous meeting to this meeting. What is the progress? Right? The deputy director procurement stated that the World Bank, this is a World Bank project, had not sent the NOL. NOL means no objection letter. World Bank should a letter stating that we have no objection of buying these computers, 161 computers. Right? Until a letter is received from the World Bank, this process cannot be continued. ඒක නිසා no proceed further. ලියුම හම්බෙනකන් ඉන්නවා කියලා මේ දැන් කියන්නේ. ගන්න. plan එකක් තිබ්බා. ඒක දැන්නුවා. World Bank එකට දැන්නුවා. තාම ලියුම ආවේ නැහැ. No objection letter. ඒක නිසා ඒකෙන් බලන්න. Second one, purchase of network equipment. Now you know enhancing ICT. For ICT, you need computers, network, right? Consultant is needed. staff training is needed. These are the things that are discussed under this matter. First one, procurement of computers. So that is the progress. Second one, purchase of network equipment, right? Routers and so on. The deputy director procurement informed that the bids had been called, bids, and would be open on 18th. March, April, right? Right, that is the progress. Bid had been called. The quotations have been received. Third point, under ICT skills, consultancy for preparing a set of standard teaching materials for ICT courses. That is the next activity coming under this ICT, enhancing ICT skills, because they need teaching materials. For that, they have to get the services of a consultant who is an expert in the field. So, the coordinator UDG reported that the TEC means Technical Evaluation Committee. There is a committee before giving the appointment. Technical Evaluation Committee had wanted Mr. Q. Mr. Q can be a consultant to change. Who is Q? Yeah, Q is some other outside person. Q to change his work plan according to the recommendation. Q is the consultant. Right? He needs to change his work plan according to the recommendation of the Technical Evaluation Committee and to send the revised work plan. Until revised work plan is received, this cannot be continued, proceeded. Third one is staff training workshops. The coordinator UGD suggested that the deans of faculties, faculty representatives, and the relevant IT teachers, right, could be contacted when inviting staff members for workshops. And make staff members staff training, faculties, representatives, and staff, IT teachers. Right? That way, maximum participation could be ensured. Right? There is a mistake here in this sentence. Maybe the coordinator UGT suggested that deans of faculties and so on, the relevant idea, could be contacted. What is the mistake? Can somebody tell me the mistake here in the verb? Ruani, do you see any mistake in the sentence? Grammatical error? Think of subjunctives. According to subjunctives, what is the mistake? Yes. Could. Hey, the could. We are not going to use helping verbs. Be contacted. Because it's suggested that. Therefore, if you have got a printed version, please cut off this could. Print out could kapan. Make kapan make scan copy. That way, maximum participant could be ensured. This one is correct because this is a separate sentence. Right, that is about workshops. Next one is staff exchange programs. Right, exchanging staff. The coordinator UDG suggested that the deputy coordinator inquire from the registrar the possibility of sending Mr. R, right, who is officially on study leave for this program. Study leave program and he has been serving the project in proposal preparation of specification, right, representing TEC, etc. Right, ask him for the service of this person. Right, that is what is minuted under staff exchanges. Actually, it should be exchange, right? No S. This S is also a mistake. You can cut off that. Exchange programs. That is what we have to report under 6.3.1. Right? 6.3.2, discussion of the progress of activity 2. Previous one, activity 1. Isn't that so? ICT skills. Second one, 2 is improving English language skills. Right? Mr. D, Deputy Coordinator, reported the progress of the activity. He is present. Therefore, the coordinator presents. Here also we should have 3.2.1. Am I understanding? 6.3.2.1. If you have got a printout, you can see 6.3.2.2. 3, 4. Numbering is wrong, right? Right. Under this, improving skill, English skills, purchase of computer accessories, parts, upgrading computers 20 numbers. There are some computers, they are not working. Right? They are out of order. They need some parts. So purchase of computer accessories. What is the latest progress? Balan, Deputy Director Procurement stated that the contract had been awarded to the selected companies and they had been given 2 weeks to deliver the goods. Accessories will be delivered in 2 weeks' time. Second one, purchasing headphones for students, 50 numbers. That is to listen, to do listening activities. What is the progress? Deputy Director Procurement stated that the purchasing had been completed. Now they have received the items, headphones. Only the Faculty of Agriculture had collected the headphones. Other faculty representatives said that when the language labs are renewed, the headphones would be collected. එක faculty එක අරන් අනිත් faculties පහ language lab ටික හැදුවට පස්සේ ඉන්නේ. Next one, purchasing video, right, to improve English language skills. Right, what is reported under that? Deputy Director Procurement requested the specifications from the Deputy Coordinator. Specifications means model samples. Right, what kind of videos are needed? Use the samples of them. Purchasing of books. For what? Improving English skills. Deputy Director Finance and the Coordinator UGD announced that the amount of the invoice of the S bookshop and the purchase order differs. And there are 2 different amounts given. Therefore, after checking the invoice, payment would be made together with T's invoice. T can any bookshop paper. But after revising the order, payments can be made. Next one, purchasing of language learning software. There are some software which through which the students can learn grammar and other 4 skills. So therefore, they are needed. Coordinator UDG informed that you had accepted the 50% advance payment method. You can see the 50ක් ගෙවලා ගෙන්න ගන්න. Right? ඊට පස්සේ ඉතුරු ටික පස්සේ ගෙවන්න. Deputy Director Procurement requested the Coordinator UGT to prepare a memo for the Finance Committee to get their approval. As this is an exceptional case of an advance above 20. 120 තමයි සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ගෙවන්න වෙන්නේ කලින්. දැන් මෙතන 50ක් ඉල්ලනවා. ඒක නිසා memo එකකින් Finance Committee එකට දැනුම් දෙන්න ඕනේ මේක ඉල්ලලා 150ක් දෙන්න. Right. So there are some other things නේද? මේ අපි ඉවර වෙන එක හැම එක සඳහන් කරලා නැහැ. Right? Secretary or TS. But these minutes are incomplete. There should be some more items. But my main aim of discussing this one is to support you when doing this activity. This is an activity that had appeared in one of your past papers. Right? So the sentence to be written on top is given. But you can't write this as it is. You have to make it change. You can understand what are the changes you have to make. Right? These are agenda items. If you want, you can include them under members present, members excused, members absent. Under absent members, you can include if necessary. This is optional. Right. So after this, you can talk about members present, members absent. Because there are no excused members. There is one absent member. How can you decide members present? Look at these. These are the members present. Right? And there should be some other person, director. Director plus this person. This person is absent. Then after that, you can talk about agenda items. Then preliminaries. Welcoming and explaining purpose. Also, if you want, you can talk about these announcements also here. And according to our practice, right, announcements also come under preliminaries. Never mind. Meta leave at command, antima leave at command. Then confirmation of minutes. There is one correction. Subject to that correction, we have to confirm the minutes. Right? So very much similar to the previous one. You can use the previous one as a model when answering this. Right? Then these are announcement. Then progress and future plan. You can put in numbers, So preliminaries should be number 1. Right? And announcement also coming under number 1. Or you can take announcement separate. Numbers can be number 1 is this, number 2 is this, number 1 is this, preliminaries, number 2 is this, number 3 is this, number 4 is this. Right? Then 4, you can discuss under different headings. 4.1, activity 1. 4.2, activity 2. Or you can write all these things in one number. Right? 4.1. 20 is the meeting number. 4 is the item number. Under 20.4, you can write everything in one paragraph. Or you can put sub numbers and write, as in the previous one. Dekama or 2. Right, then these are the reporting. Right, this is what each PICs has reported. 3 lectures have completed. Remember, you have to use here reported speech, right? Said that, stated that. You have to write something like that. Mataka tiyaganna. Said that, stated that, kila ewa dala connect karanna. Right. Then any other business, nothing, no. Next meeting and adjournment of the meeting. Right. These are the things we have to consider. Right. Now, I will give you some time. Right. First, I will give you 20 minutes. If this time allocation is not enough, I will extend the time. Right. Try to write minutes of this particular meeting using the notes given. Right. Now the time is 11:10. Right. I will give you 20 minutes until 11:30. Right. I expect that everybody will write. Please write, everybody. This will be a kind of practice for you to answer this question at the examination. At the examination, you have to write it alone. Right. And after writing, I will listen to some of your answers. I'm sorry, I will not be able to listen to all the answers because of time constraints. I will listen to some of your answers. And after that, right, I will give you the answer appeared in the marking master. Marking master ke answer tiyano. Ek balan thamai mark karanne. So I will give you the answer that appeared in the marking master after you write and you read out what you have read. Right. Okay. Take 10 minutes, 20 minutes and try to write. If the time is not enough, I will give you some additional time. Right. First, we will assume that in 10 minutes time, we do this. විනාඩි 10කින් මේක කරනවා 20කින්. Sorry, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. 10 කොහෙත්ම මදි. 20කින් කරන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා බලන්න. කලින් group එකේ ඇඩ් කරන්න බැරුව. අමතර කාලයක් මම ඒගොල්ලන්ට දුන්නා ඊට පස්සේ. Right. Okay. Do you have any question to ask before we start? Right. Then you can start. In case you have any question, you can consult me. Right. But I will keep my microphone and video off. Right. Whenever you need to talk to me, then I can hear and I will answer you. Right. Now start, please. In 20 minutes time, try to write the minutes. Right. Start. Right. Are you ready with your answers? Let me see anybody who needs more time. Please raise your hand. Anybody who needs more time? Right. I think you have finished. Now I would like to listen to some of your answers. Any volunteers? As there are no volunteers, shall I nominate you? First, I will give you the opportunity for the volunteer students. Right. Okay. Ruani, 48. Read out what you have written. Ruani Chaturika.
Minutes of the 20th task force meeting of the undergraduate quality enhancement project of the natural sciences of the Northern University of Sri Lanka held on 18th of March 2009 at 1 p.m. in the office of the dean.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Then sir, I wrote the members present and those who excused. Members present, the project director and Miss S.S. Gunasekara and etc. Then excused.
How many members are present?
Sir, I wrote only 2.
Yeah, you can add these names also, right? Gunasekara, Katapayarachi, Abetilaka, Sisira Kumara, Emmanuel. Right? There are 5 of them who are present, 6 of them, including the director. Right? 1 member is absent. Is that how you mean it?
Excused Mr. Ajit Pereira, person in charge, activity 6.
Yeah, Ajit Pereira absent. Isn't that so? Absent, neither. Yeah, 1 member absent. Yeah, okay. You can change it. Shall we proceed? Please go on.
20.1 preliminaries. The project director welcomed the members to the 20th task force meeting and explained the purpose to the gathering.
20.2.
20.2 confirmation of minutes. Dr. Shant Jailal pointed out that his name in line 3 in the paragraph number 2 as Dr. Shant Pereira. He said further that the name should be Dr. Shant Jailal.
Yeah. There is a small problem with your sentence. We will discuss it later. Okay, go on, please.
20.3 matters arising of minutes. There
From
were
the minutes.
not matters arising from the minutes. There were not any matters, and the meeting went ongoing.
Yeah, there were no matters.
Then sir, I wrote 20.3.1 progress and future plans.
Yeah, what about these announcements? Arrival of 2 teams?
Sir, I didn't mention those things, sir. I was confused.
Right. It should also come under the right. I will discuss it later. Okay. You go on. Please go on.
Then sir, I wrote 20.3.1 that is regarding the progress and future plans. Under that I mentioned Dr. Miss S.S. Gunasekara, the person in charge, activity 1, stated that the 3 lecturers have been completed their short-term overseas trainings and the other 3 would be completing their training in that year.
Right. Excuse me. Shall I interrupt you for a while? Have been completed or had completed? Present perfect, we have to change into past perfect. Right. So it should be had completed. Isn't
Had
that so?
completed.
Had completed. Please correct it like that. Okay.
So
That's all right.
that is the only points I completed yet.
Yeah, that is why if you want some extra time, I ask you, I am ready to give you. Right. Anybody else who has completed? Right. I will give you another 5-6 minutes. Ruvani, is it all right then? Please complete.
Okay, so I'll complete the rest.
Right. Complete the rest. Because at the examination, you should write it alone. We could not do any single activity like this in the class. So classroom activities are important for you to improve. Right. Take 5-6 minutes more and complete it. Okay, right. Now others also may have got an idea. Right. Start, please. Go on. Right, I think the time is enough. Ruani, can you continue the rest? Do you want more time? Can you please continue, Ruani?
Then, sir, I wrote Dr. Chaturanga Katapayarachi, the PIC, Activity 2, said that a consultant had appointed for upgrading English skills had commenced her service, and a consultant for upgrading IT skills would be appointed soon. Mr.
There's a small
GW.
mistake. Consultant appointed. You can't change that. Consultant appointed. Because it is not a verb there. Had commenced, has commenced, should change as had commenced. Will be appointed, would be appointed. Right. Okay. Go on, please.
Mr. GWS Abethilaka, PIC Activity 3, stated that 8 students had completed their industrial training. He further mentioned that funds were available for the industrial training of 40 students that year.
Yeah. Okay.
Mr. Sisira Kumara, PIC Activity 4, said that 4 students had completed the Students Exchange Program at Edinburgh University, UK. He further mentioned that funds were available for another 4 students for that program that year. Mr. Shirani Emmanuel, PIC Activity 054, stated that 10 inter-institutional practical class sessions had been completed. Staff interviews would be awarded in May 2009.
Incentives, staff incentives. Incentives means to encourage them, right? දිරිදීවනා කියන එකයි කියන්නේ. මෙතනදී අපි කරේ staff incentives කියලා. Staff were awarded some money plus certificates for their commitment. Right. Last part.
So I completed only that part, sir.
Right. Okay. Now, Ruani, I think I should point out there were 2 other mistakes, right? Actually, this happens because we have still not discussed reported speech, right? Here, we can't change this year, that year. That happens, right? That happens in normal course, but year is not over. This is May and April, right? When the minutes are written, the year is not over. Therefore, this part will not change. Are available, right? This year. ඒක මාරු වෙන්නේ නැහැ. මම එතෙන්ද කියන්නම් මොකක්ද කියන එක. මේක දැන් ඇත්තටම ඉවරයි අර කම්ප්ලීට් කරපු එක. දැන් funds available එක තාම අවුරුදු පුරාම තියෙනවා. මේක ලියනකොට ඒත් available. ඒක නිසා එතකොට අපි ඒවා වෙනස් කරන්නේ නැහැ. එහෙම එකක් තියෙනවා. reported speech එකේදී, right? past tense වලට යන්නේ ඒ අපි මේ අවස්ථාව වෙනකොට report කරනකොට ඒක අතීත කාලෙට ගිහිල්ලා නම් විතරයි. ගිහිල්ලා නැත්තම් present tense වලින්මයි තියන්නේ. එතකොට මේ this year කියන තාම ඉවර නෑ. අප්‍රේල් මාසයක අපි මැයි මාසය ආවා කියලා හිතන්නකෝ. තව මාස 5ක් තියෙනවා අවුරුද්ද ඉවර වෙන්න. එතකොට ඒක නිසා past tense වලට අපි හරවන්නේ මෙන්න මේ plan එක. එහෙනම් funds are available එක හැමෝම හිටිනවා. this year එක හැමෝම හිටිනවා. Right, you have used the general knowledge of reported speech. Anyway, Ruani, good effort, right? 90% correct. 90% correct, right? Except those mistakes. Right, I really appreciate your courage to present what you have written. Yeah, making mistakes is natural when learning something, right? Yeah, except those mistakes, it's all right, right? Your format is okay, right? One more opportunity, only one more, because I have to give my answer for this. Are there any volunteers? I can give you about 5 minutes. It seems there are no right. This is the answer that appeared in the answer script. You know, at the examination, when setting the paper, answer script is also prepared. Right? This question was prepared by Shanta sir, because earlier both myself and Shanta sir, both of us were dealing with writing and reading commonly, even though now we have taken two separate subjects. So this question was prepared by Shanta sir, and this is the answer he gave me. Right? Okay, we will have a look at this. There are some changes. Right, now look at the name of the university and the project appears on top. Or you can write after the word dean. After the word dean, you can write the name of the faculty. Name of the organization is already there. Right? So, Undergraduate Quality Enhancement Project, Faculty of Natural Sciences, Northern University of Sri Lanka. The minutes of 20th Task Force meeting, no change. Of the Undergraduate Quality Enhancement Project, name of the organization, held, that is the date, right, time. And here also you can write name of the university after that. That is what I discuss with you. How I discuss with you. Mama discuss කරනකොට place එක මෙතන ලියන්න කිව්වා. මෙතන අර අමතර topic එකක් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. There is an extra additional topic here. Right? At the examination, I give marks for both, even though you write this one here, or at the end, if you write the name of the organization, name of the university here. Right? Ruani has used the method I proposed, the university's name at the end. Right? Okay. Now, members present, you will get kind of marks for that as well. There are 6 members. You can get them looking at what is given here. Right? PICs, there are 6 PICs, plus the director. And 1 is absent. Then main agenda items. This is optional. I did not consider when giving marks to my students. Then under preliminaries, as Ruani suggested, welcoming and explain the purpose. See, project director Professor S.K. Tilakaratne commenced the meeting by welcoming the gathering and explain the proper purpose of the meeting. And there is other option. Now you can see there are 2 announcements. You can include, according to my view, according to what I discussed with you, you can talk about the announcements also here. You can include announcements also under preliminaries. Now, Shanta says one, he has included announcements under different headings. Therefore, when I gave marks to my students, I considered both this way or this way. But most suitable one is announcement should come under preliminaries. Right. So let's have a look at announcement, how it is given me. The project director announced that a team of 2 reviewers would be visiting future the faculty on April 2nd and 3rd for the visit of the annual review 2009. You can write it under separate heading or under preliminaries. Now, confirmation of minutes. I found a small mistake in Ruani's writing there as well. Minutes of the previous meeting were confirmed. Remember these structures. Provided that means if Dr. Shanta Pereira in line number 3, paragraph number 2, be corrected as Dr. Shanta. Minutes of the previous meeting were confirmed. Right. Matters arising from the previous minutes. There were no matters arising from the previous minutes. The announcement I discussed, then progress and future plan, that is 20.5. Right. Now here, Ruani had used sub numbers 20.5.1 to etc. That is the method I discussed with you, but this is also possible. In one paragraph, did you notice it in the previous minutes of the trade union of this Office and Company Limited? So here also, we can accept this as well, or you can put some numbers. I gave marks to the students, whatever the practice. Put in some numbers, so written the things together. I look at the content, what they had written, and gave them marks. So here, everything is together. See, look at how reported speech is used, how subjunctives are used. Dr. Miss S.S. Gunasekara, PIC Activity 1, stated that 3 lecturers had completed. What is given in the notes have completed. They are short-term overseas trainings, and the other 3 would be completing their training this year. Would be complete this year because the year is not over. Dr. Chaturanga Katapayarakchi, PIC Activity 2, reported that the consultant appointed. Here, this appointed is not the main verb, right? This is the subordinate clause. This is, as I mentioned the other day, this is what is called participle phrase. This is the past participle, right? This appointed for upgrading English skills discussed or describe the noun consultant, like an adjective. Which consultant? Right? Which consultant? Consultant appointed for upgrading English skills. So this is not the main verb. Therefore, we are not going to change it. මෙතන තියෙන්නේ පත් කරන ලද කියන එකයි. පත් කරන ලද උපදේශක. නේද? consultant. එතකොට මේක වෙන ක්‍රියාපදයක්, ප්‍රධාන ක්‍රියාපදයක් නෙමෙයි. ඒක වෙනස් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. මෙන්න ප්‍රධාන ක්‍රියාපදය. නේද? has comment දාක තිබ්බේ had comments. Her services. He also stated that a consultant for upgrading IT skills would be appointed soon. After that, Mr. G.W.S. Abetilaka, PIC Activity 3, revealed that 8 students had completed. In notes, have completed. Their industrial training funds are available for the industrial training of 40 students this year. Because the year is not over, therefore we are not going to change it to past tense, or we are not going to change the preposition. You know, when in reported speech, in the past tense we make certain changes. The pronoun changes, adverbial changes, and tense changes. එතකොට මේකේ present tense අවුරුද්ද ඉවර නැති නිසා වෙනස් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. එහෙමකුත් තියෙනවා. නේද? What is your name? He asked me what my name is. Was name. Right? Because name is forever, නේද? Until you die. වෙනස් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Who is your father? He asked me who my father is, not was. Right. So for training for 40 students. Next, Mr. D.S. Sisirakumara, PIC Activity 4, reported that 4 students had completed, right? The students exchange program at Edinburgh University. Actually, we did this. We had brought some students from that university and we had sent some of our students there as well. මේක මේ අතරම කරපු එකක් අපි මේකේ අපි මේ ළමයි එහෙන් ගෙන්න ගත්තා වගේ මෙහෙටත් යවුවා. Edinburgh University වල ළමයි යවුවා කීප දෙනෙක්. 4 දෙනෙක් යවලා නේද? UK. He further stated that funds are available, not were available, for another 4 students for this program this year. Finally, Ms. Shirani Emmanuel, PIC Active 5, said that 10 inter-institutional, right, that is between institutions, ආයතන මට්ටමින්, right, practical class sessions had been completed. That is item number 1. Adding that, staff incentives would be awarded in May this year, right? Future plan and the progress, both. All the activities have presented the progress plus future plan. Right? Any other business, according to the question, there was no other business. There was no other business. Next meeting the date of the next meeting was fixed for April 22nd at 1:30 p.m. Adjournment, the meeting was adjourned at 3:30 p.m. Secretary, Chairperson. Right. So that is the model kind of minutes. You can study this. You can study what we discussed so far. And I think that is enough regarding writing of minutes. Now, I think you have got, even though most of you did not read out what they have written, I know that you have written. You may have a kind of, I think, backwardness. That is the word I can use when presenting what you have written. Right? That is the nature of young learners, not like this younger one. Right? Young learners are reluctant to, read out or show what they have written. That is the nature. I have understood that. Right? Except Ruvini in this group. And in the previous group, there was some other female student who presented. Right? I know that most of you have written, even though you did not present it to the class. Right. Now think of this. Had you read, I would have corrected your mistakes, like I did with Ruani's answer. Right? Okay. I think this is enough regarding meeting, writing of minutes and writing agenda and everything. Next week, when we meet, it will be a new lesson, that is interpreting graphs and charts. We will discuss it. It is also a fairly long lesson. There are 3 areas we have to consider. 3 types of graphs are there. Actually, 4 types of them are there. Line graphs, already you may have discussed with Chancellor, the beginning. A line graph, pillar chart, pie chart, and tables. These are the things we are going to touch here. Interpret. We have to interpret what is in diagrammatic form into written form. Right? There are a lot of jargon terms, technical terms that we have to learn. I know that some of them we have discussed with Chancellor. Right? Anyway, I also will discuss them. I talked to the students of the previous group as well and came to know what he discussed with you. And except those things, I will start and we will continue. Chancellor discuss it for the purpose of writing, for the purpose of reading. I will discuss it for the purpose of writing. Right? We will start it next week. I have already sent you the documents. Right? So get ready with your documents and so on. We will write. We will start next week. And at the end of the lesson, like I did today, you will have to write one alone. Right? Everybody there will have to present. Because I should know where you are. I should get a kind of feedback. Still, I could not get it. මට තාවෙන් කවුරුන් feedback එකක් ගන්න බැරි වුණා හරියට කොවිඩ් එක. කීප දිනක් තමයි හැමදාම නේද? එකම set. Right? Ruhani and there were some other 2-3 students in this group always answered me. Right? In the previous groups also same set of students communicate with the teacher every day. Maybe it is the same in every class. Right? But we have to avoid that. Everybody should talk. Everybody should speak. Right? I am teaching everybody, not these 4 or 5 students. Right? Therefore, you should learn. You should come forward as young people. That is the request I have to make. Right? When doing next activity, I expect, right, the cooperation of more students than this. Okay. So it is time for us to wind up because it is your lunch time. So we will wind up. And next week when we meet, it will be describing graphs and chart. Okay. Thank you very much. See you again next week. Right.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.